Local basketball, obviously. Let me thank our sponsors. First, of course, Sean O'Brien with Buffalo Wild Wings. We could not do this without him. Bobcat of Gadsden and Main Street Drugs and Gift Shop, plus Ragland Telephone, the City of Asheville, the City of Moody, Heritage South Credit Union, Karen Wilbanks. She is with ERA King Real Estate. Her license tag says she loves to sell. The Arnold Law Offices, Win South Credit Union, So Nice of Ragland, that's SEW, The Pig in Odenville and Asheville, and Woods Surfside Marina. We're going to talk some Ragland High, Purple Devil, girls basketball with Coach Sawyer Merritt. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Well, I'm doing great. Thank you for coming and being a part of this. We're going to talk about the girls and your schedule and what y'all do off practice and stuff like that. Adam, what you got?
All right, the first annual high school basketball media day here in St. Clair County. We've done the Leeds boys and the girls. Just got done with Coach Eaton and the boys from Ragland. So we've got the ladies from Ragland now. Just as their food was coming out, we drug them away from there, and so it's going to be nice and cold when you get back. So don't worry if the guys aren't over there eating on it. We'll get you more though if it disappears. Coach Sawyer Merritt, head basketball coach for the Lady Purple Devils, and again, thanks for coming out and talk a little bit about your team, and then we'll talk about the ladies that you brought with you today.
Okay, sure. So we have for the first time, an older team this year. We got 5 seniors and we got 4 juniors. So we've traditionally been one of the youngest teams. Most of the time when we play other teams, we're typically younger than they are, but we find ourselves in a much different situation this season, and we're glad to be in that situation. The first year when I took over, it's my 3rd year. The first year we didn't have a single person on the team that could drive to practice, and so we're a long way from that, and we're happy to be in that situation. We got a lot of experience on the team, and we got high expectations for this season.
Awesome. Now talk about the ladies. Start with the one closest to me and work your way out.
Okay, so I got 3 seniors that I brought with me today. The one closest to you, that's Cadence Buchanan. Cadence is a 5-year starter for the varsity team, so we've been relying on her from a young age. She will play the 4 position for me. She stepped up last year in the absence of Sammy Day Jones. Sammy has traditionally been our leading scorer for a long time, and she tore ACL last year, and Cadence Buchanan stepped up and more than doubled her points per game last year and actually averaged 14 points a game and 11 rebounds. So we relied on her heavily last year in the absence of Sammy, which brings me to my second person here. That's Sammy Day Jones. She is our point guard, and she is back this year. We went all season last year without her. She has been starting on the varsity since 7th grade, and she's all 3 of them very talented. And so Sammy, we're glad to have her back. Just and the third is Aubrey over here. Aubrey Ball is also a senior, and she will play our 3 spot. And so Aubrey is she typically finds herself guarding the best, or I would say the highest scorer, leading scorer on the other team. So she really anchors down our defense for us. So very happy to have all 3 of them. We were going to rely on them heavily this year.
Coach Sawyer Merritt, Ragland High School girls team. You have more experience than some NBA teams out there.
If you would have told me that 2 years ago, I would not believe I'd be in that situation. But I'm glad to be there.
Starting from the 7th grade, is that what you said?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
That is awesome. Talking about Cadence Buchanan, Aubrey Ball, and Sammy Day Jones. Let's talk to the girls a little bit. Cadence, let's go with you first. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do for fun.
Well, my name's Cadence, and
Hi, Cadence.
Hi, Cadence.
Hello, Cadence.
what do I like to do for fun? Watch Netflix.
What
play
series?
on
You
my
got any
phone.
series on Netflix?
Yeah, it's called In the Dark. It's about a blind girl. It's good.
Blonde or
yeah,
blonde?
Blind. In the dark.
Blind or blonde?
Maybe blind and blonde. Is she
In
blonde?
the dark.
In the dark.
Because she's blonde.
And blonde? Is she blonde?
All right.
Blonde.
And blonde. It could
No,
be?
no,
Okay, all right.
she's redhead.
Okay, all right.
All right, so what about any other sports you play at Ragland?
Softball and volleyball.
Softball and volleyball. All right, let's go to Sammy Day Jones. Sammy, what about you? What do you do outside of basketball?
Well, right now I am playing travel softball, so I really doing basketball all week long on the 5 weekdays, and then I'm going straight into softball Saturday and Sunday. But whenever I'm not playing some type of sport, I like to hang out with my friends and watch Netflix.
Awesome. Well, so what do you watch on Netflix?
Same thing.
Same thing? Blonde girl?
Yep.
Whatever blonde might be.
Blonde girl.
Well, we don't have enough mics for everybody, but somebody got to tell us about Aubrey down there.
Aubrey is my best friend.
That didn't take long.
Yeah, and she likes to spend her time on Instagram and watch crime shows.
Ah, crime. Like what kind of crime shows?
What do you watch?
All of them.
All of them. All of them. Coach, what about some of the other players? You brought your 3 seniors. What about some of the other players that if you go to a Ragland game this year that you're going to see out there?
So you're going to see Campbell Adams playing our 2 spot, and she contributes heavily, on defense and the offensive end of the court. You're going to see Nia Brewster and Riley Mickler playing the 5 position. You're going to see my other seniors, Jamie Raines and Shelby Spanier, who will give us really good minutes off of the bench. And you're going to see I brought also up 2 ninth graders and another junior also. You got Hannah Ragsdale, who's decided to come out and play with us this year. And so we're happy to have her. And you're also going to have 2 ninth graders that I've brought up with us. That will be Cherish Turner and that will be Heather Bird. Okay, so that'll wrap us up. We got 11 players, And
that's a pretty big bench, isn't it?
It's a good number. My first year we had 8 people on the team, and we still have those 8 people with us. We have that's kind of that we've built from that, right? We've built around that core. We did lose 2 seniors last year. They did not play my first year. They came out and joined us just for 1 season in their senior year, and helped us out a lot. They contributed a lot. We're going to we're going to have to make up from the contribution that Jewel Ferguson had and Bailey Hines. And so, but we feel really confident about the team that we have. We have a very strong core. We're trying to develop some young ones also, and I'm going to rely heavily on the seniors to begin doing that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying we didn't have a junior high team when I took over. We players went straight from 6th grade into varsity basketball. And we lost a lot of players like that. A lot of people who got discouraged sitting the bench. We didn't have a lot of development happening. So one of the first things I did was establish a junior high team, and so we're trying to create consistency, and we're trying to just not have these spurts of a really good year and then you go down until you have some amazing athletes come around. We're trying to have consistency here, and I think that we've really reached a point where we're working toward that. We're getting close.
The Ragland Purple Devils, the ladies are here with us. Coach Sawyer Merritt, we got Sammy Day Jones, Cadence Buchanan, and Aubrey Ball joining us. All right, so as most coaches are, you guys do several different sports. And
yes.
You're an assistant on the football team, and we just talked to Coach Eaton. He's a defensive coordinator for the Ragland Purple Devils. What's some of the big differences between coaching smelly boys and then, not saying y'all can't get smelly, don't get me wrong, but coaching girls? I mean, it's a huge difference.
Absolutely,
I would think.
Yeah. I did not know that I was going to be a girls coach. I took my first job at Odenville, and they actually gave me a choice. They said, you want to coach 7th grade boys, you want to coach 7th and 8th grade girls. And, I talked to my wife about it, and I prayed about it, and I said, I'm going to coach the girls. And I enjoyed it. I coached 1 season there. And I knew the potential that this group had. So when I got the call from Ragland after that 2nd year, I was very happy about it. And I will tell you, it's different. It's very rewarding. There's a bond that you build with the girls team. It's just much different. I'm not saying that you can't build a bond with the boys team, but it is different with the girls team. I would say the girls really buy in. They completely buy in, and maybe not all girls, but these girls certainly do buy into the system. And it makes it really fun. And another thing that may be different is Christmas parties and extracurricular things. And hopefully they're trying to campaign for some other. They constantly want to do things as a team outside of basketball. And, and boys may do that too, but they don't want to include their coach. And so it's been a joy, and I love every minute of it. And I would say I'm a girls coach now. And, my wife said, I don't know how – I can't imagine you doing anything else. And so it's been very enjoyable. I really do enjoy it. And so, but we're doing it, like you said, we're kind of running 2 things at once. We had 3 things going at once. We had volleyball happening. They made it into state in volleyball. We had football going, and I'm also trying to practice basketball. So, a typical day for me would be we show up, we have a 6 a.m. basketball practice, go through the day, teaching obviously, and then we coach football until about 6 p.m. So, it's a busy time at Ragland right now. But, I think that says a lot about the program, and I think, you want it to be that way. Of course, you could look at it as a basketball coach and say, man, I sure do wish that we could start basketball practice earlier. But to me, that means that your programs aren't very successful. And if you have one successful program, you tend to build on it. And it's kind of contagious. Winning is contagious.
Cadence, talk about Coach Merritt a little bit. Only good stuff.
Yeah.
Coach Merritt is a really good coach, and he's funny, and he really puts a strong figure in the body of basketball, because from junior high, well, not necessarily junior high, from varsity until my senior year, we had coaches that tended not to stay and leave, but Coach, he showed that he cared and he stayed with us, and it really meant a lot. So we're just growing and feeding on it.
Sammy, how about you? What do you like about playing basketball?
With Coach Merritt?
With Coach Merritt, yeah.
Coach Merritt, I really can't say anything other than what Cadence said. Coach Merritt is the only coach that's really stuck with us. He got here and, we said we've had 2 different coaches within the past 2 years, and he said, well, I'm not going anywhere. And he cares more than any other coach that I've ever had, and he cares about us individually and us as a team, and he really, helped us get to where we needed to be. And also, I'm really thankful for the way that he handled, with me tearing my ACL and being out all season. I was still active, at the practices. I had therapy, so I'd come to practice late every day, and I would he still had a paper for me to do different drills that I could do without my knee. And sometimes it was a pain in the butt because I just got back from therapy and I was tired, but it did help me a lot to get, stay where I needed to be for this season. So.
Make you feel good, Coach?
Absolutely, and they're they're workers. I promise you. You can schedule a 3 a.m. practice, and they're going to be there. As a matter of fact, we started this year off with a 6 a.m. practice right after getting put out of volleyball. They show up at 6 a.m., and I said if you would have filmed this practice, obviously it's indoors, you'd have no idea what time of day it was. Because the intensity's there, the effort's there, and then they go into class sweating and everything. We wouldn't have it any other way. So. I don't know that everybody gets that from their players, and so it's easy to coach when you got people that will show up and work like that. So it's a joy.
Ragland girls head basketball coach Sawyer Merritt. Girls, do you like the 6 a.m. practice?
We love it. We actually do.
All right, we're talking Cadence Buchanan, Aubrey Ball, and Sammy Day Jones as they get ready to. Now, when does the season start?
Well, that's a tough question right there. What I'm going to say is I hope it doesn't start until December, because I'm a football coach, so I hope it doesn't start until December. But if things don't go the way that we hope that they do on Friday, then we will start our season on November the 19th at Victory Christian.
That's not too far away.
That's not far away at all. We've got under 2 weeks of practice under our belt, and some teams have been practicing a good bit longer than that, but those teams don't have the girls that I got. So.
You ready, girls? You ready for it to get underway?
We're so ready.
All right. Hey, that's Ragland, the girls team. A lot of personality. Love their coach. 6 a.m. practices. Okay. We're at Buffalo Wild Wings, our high school football. I knew I was going to do it. High school basketball media day. Also said Bearcat of Gadsden. Let me get it right this time. It's Meerkat. No, I'm kidding. It's Bobcat of Gadsden, Main Street Drugs and Gift Shop. Sean O'Brien helping us get this on. Wood Surfside Marina. Piggly Wiggly of Asheville and Odenville. So Nice of Ragland. Win South Credit Union. The Arnold Law Offices. The ERA King Real Estate Agent, friend of mine, Karen Wilbanks. Heritage South Credit Union. The City of Asheville. The City of Moody. Ragland Telephone. Sarah doesn't work there, does she? At
Sarah.
Ragland Telephone.
Who's
He's
Sarah?
too young,
Okay.
man.
Yeah, Andy Griffith. and B-Dubs. You can view this on our app, on YouTube and Facebook. We're broadcasting the Media Days, Basketball Media Days.